Now the materials are all dried up. We're gonna keep going. After returning to the dorm, we apologize to the others for running off so suddenly. Michiru and company respond with an apology of their own, as they should, and we agree to put the matter behind us. Sachi did understand that they meant well with the quiz, so I told myself I wasn't that worried. But in the end, I find myself heaving an embarrassingly loud sigh of relief when I notice her playing around with Machina in the lobby after dinner. I guess a little pre-marriage angst isn't the worst thing in the world. At the very least, it helped me realize just how much our daily routine here means to me. Just sits on the bed. Still, this is a little strange. Granted, there was an unfortunate incident this afternoon, but it's the night right before a once-in-a-lifetime event, and our supremely meddlesome friends don't seem to be taking action of any kind. That's so unusual that it actually makes me anxious. I guess Kaki's been trying to keep them under control lately, because Yumiko has to be the one to keep them on lock, but even so, it's just far too quiet. Hello? Just as I'm beginning to sweat from the tension, there's a knock at my door. It's clear from the sound of that it isn't one of Machina or Michiru's surprise raids. Why? That you, Sachi? Come in. Oh, the ASMR. Sachi responds with an unusual hint of nervousness in her voice and then enters my room with a tote bag in her hand. Well, what's up? Is there something you wanted to ask me about tomorrow?
いえ、そういうわけでもないのですが、お風呂上がりにみちる様の髪を言っていたところ。
And then.
あのさ、サチ、今日はそのシュヤってやつなんでしょ？だったらあいつのところに行きなさいよ。と促されまして。
I get what she's trying to do. That was quite an impressive imitation of her voice. It really was. But in Japan, I'm pretty sure a wedding night refers to the night after your ceremony, not before.
そうなんです。おそらく気を利かせてくれたんだと思いますが、肝心なところでミスをしてしまうところがみちる様らしいですよね。
Yep, that's definitely her. All the time. Right. I should probably be grateful that the girl at least tried to approach this like an adult rather than letting out her nervous energy by bursting in here and yapping at me like a goddamn chihuahua.
でも、みちる様がきっかけをくれたおかげで、私もゆうくんの部屋を訪ねることができました。
What do you mean?
実は私、いろいろ悩んでいたんです。
We got nothing to worry about. About our marriage, you mean?
きっと突き詰めればそういうことになるんだと思いますが、お母さんの病状のことや進路のこと、そして自分が本当にゆうくんのお嫁さんにふさわしいのかどうかとか、いろいろです。
By the way, apparently her mom said thank you when at that very end part with the breathing. I went back, I didn't hear shit. So maybe I'm deaf, who knows. Maybe me cranking up the fucking volumes as high as I could and trying to hear it. Maybe a little bit, maybe it's there, but I for fuck couldn't hear anything. I see. Sounds like a pretty classic case of cold feet, honestly.
そうですね。でも、私が抱えていた不安は、ゆうくんが全部吹き飛ばしてくれました。
Good. That's what we were aiming for. If you say so. Can't say I remember doing anything in particular.
今日、もう一度私にプロポーズをしてくれたじゃないですか。
It's like, how can you forget? Was that enough to dispel your fears?
はい。今のゆうくんの気持ちが聞けたことで、 私がゆうくんのお嫁さんでいいんだって思うことができましたし。
I mean, it was very much laying out all of what we want, all our feelings, and then boom, there you go.
考えが変わったことをちゃんとお母さんにも伝えてくれたこと、私本当に嬉しかったんです。
You were?
はい。ですから私が感じたありがとうという気持ちをゆうくんにお見せしたいんです。
Eyes dart around awkwardly. With that remark, Sachi fixes me with a steady, wistful gaze. It's clear enough what she means. There's no need to make her spell it out. Alright, Sachi, feel free to demonstrate your feelings however you like.
ありがとうございます。
I hope it's some... oh, no.
では少しだけ準備に時間がかかりますので、ゆうくんはベッドの上に座って目をつむっていてください。
The hell is she preparing? I don't mind, but I thought this kind of thing was more Amane's speciality. Or specialty brain.
違います。そういう意味で言ったんじゃありません。と言っても、そういうプレイに興味があるというなら、私はいつでもチャレンジャーでいたい気持ちではあるのですが。
We could try a bunch of shit later down the line, you know.
で、今はそういう話じゃないんです。
King Sachi and the embarrassment, Jesus. Alright, God. Although, after thoroughly enjoying the sight of Sachi's flustered face, I obediently sit down on my bed and close my eyes. Like the good occupation student Mark II that I am. I'm good at following orders. It's all I know how to do. It's what I was born to do, bred to do. Kill. How's this?
はい。すみませんが、もう少しだけ待っていてくださいね。
Even as we speak, I can hear the soft sound of rustling clothes. It's safe to assume that Sachi had some sort of outfit inside that bag she brought with her. I mean...
準備が整いましたので、それでは失礼させていただきます。
Well, this oddly formal announcement is accompanied by the sound of Sachi flicking the room's light switch. A moment later, I feel a familiar warmth settle against the front of my body. Oh, she's sitting in my lap?
もう目は開けてもいいですよ。
Just be like, oh, hold on there. All right. Oh. Damn, my hand, we immediately wrapped around the... What outfit is this? Oh, it's like she's got like a little corset thingy, I guess? Dude, I don't even know. All I know is my hands immediately reach for the, reach for the fucking, the areas, you know. But, I don't think these H scenes are gonna go on the Patreon just because we missed one, huh? It wouldn't make sense to have an incomplete collection. Anyway, we're doing this now. That was some nice-ass lingerie, if I do say so myself. Our wedding ceremony's tomorrow, but Sachi gave me everything she had tonight. Yeah, she did. Stroking her head affectionately, I hold her in my arms until her breathing returns to normal. And until we finally fall asleep, the two of us chatter idly about all the things we want to do together, including more freaky diddly. Well, that wasn't freaky, I mean. Oh, morning's here. I open my eyes at my usual time, then take a few minutes to let my mind wake itself up. Same routine as always, except today's the big day. However, today's going to be anything but an ordinary day for me. Our relationships changed a lot over time, from childhood friends to classmates, from classmates to lovers, from classmates back to childhood friend, and now from lovers to husband and wife. After today's ceremony, Sachi and I will be husband and wife. Huh. Shouldn't be a problem. By giving voice to my thoughts, I verify that the words feel natural to my own ears. A change in your position requires taking on all sorts of new responsibilities. That applies to work and relationships alike. Just as a superior has an obligation to protect their subordinates, a husband's obligated to protect his wife. And we will. Alright then. I need to believe in myself and become a husband worthy of the trust Sachi's placed in me. From now on, it's up to me to help Sachi find happiness in her life. Just as my master, Asuko, once helped me. And we'll find out about that when... Dude, that meme needs to die. We're almost on Yuji's route anyway, so the meme will die at that point. It's only a meme for me, though. I just think it's funny. Reflecting on the responsibility I've accepted, I glance over to the other side of my bed, only to find that Sachi's already disappeared. Yeah, I figured as much. At this point, I finally remember that we agreed to leave the dorm separately today. Still, if Sachi was a spy from some foreign power, I'd be dead 100 times over by now. Come to think of it, back when she first started staying over in my room, I used to wake up every time she even stirred. I even remember her making unfair complaints to the effect of, "It'd be cuter if you would let me wake you up once in a while." But by now, I don't even notice when she slips out of my bed. The trust. In other words, my body's somehow come to recognize that Sachi's no threat to me. Anyway, might as well start off with my daily routine. Slapping my cheeks. Ow! To try and bring myself back down to earth, I promptly leave my room. And I'm probably going to run into... Oh, never mind. I didn't run into anyone stupid. Never mind. I ran into someone stupid. As I open the front door, a remarkably shaggy head of hair appears before my eyes. Sorry, seems like I got the wrong building. And he just... This early? The fuck? Come to think of it, that's right. I love how much he just fucks with JB all the time. Don't get all irritable. If you throw off your menstrual cycle, it'll be harder to notice when you miss a period. Whoa, whoa. You want me to show up to my ceremony with an upset stomach? What did I do to deserve this? It's just constant. It better be the best damn breakfast I've ever had. And I mean it. As I catch the bath towel JB tosses at me, I find myself reflecting on the truth of my master's words. Specifically, when a woman wants to pamper you, you're better off shutting your mouth and letting her do as she pleases. I can't wait till we have those interactions. When I return from the grand bathroom a little while later, I find JB rummaging through my fridge with an apron on her oversuit. Did I say oversuit? Is that a thing? I guess that's like a suit over your suit. But, wait, what's German fries? Dude, I have so many questions now. Yeah, classic German breakfast. Dump some potatoes in your belly and at least you won't starve, right? I'd like to see him try. For once, JB doesn't really take the bait, and soon enough, there's a mouth-watering smell wafting from the kitchen. Come to think of it, it's been a long time since I've watched her cook like this. When I was paralyzed by the shock of Asuko's death, feels real bad, JB took me into her own apartment and looked after me for months. Her job's demanding enough that all-nighters are almost routine. But while I was staying with her, she came home every single night to cook me a meal. Aww. At the time, I was so worn out that I probably would have starved myself to death if she hadn't pestered me to eat. To be honest, my memories of that period are pretty vague, and I'm sure we're gonna see every single one of them. Even so, seeing her standing in the kitchen in that suit reminds me vividly of those sad smiles she used to give me. Hey, JB?
すぐにできるから、おとなしく待ってなさい。
The memories are just flooding back. Sure. JB cuts me off in a tone of voice so gentle that it almost seems like she's read my mind. And so I decide to watch her work in silence.
どうぞ、召し上がれ。
Less than 15 minutes later, she places the food on top of the table in front of me. Looks like you're still pretty good at cooking, at least.
どうにも引っかかる言い方だけど、現状で何か問題がある？
I'm just saying. What I'm worried about is the part that comes after the cooking. Although you might not expect it from her flashy appearance, JB's actually a pretty decent cook. But as with most people who usually eat out, she only feels the need to make something herself when she's drunk. Her usual routine involves scattering cookware vigorously all across the kitchen. Oh, I hate that. Then heading home without even beginning to deal with her mess.
二人で暮らしていた時は片付けだってちゃんとやっていたでしょ？
Yeah, although you stopped again as soon as I moved out.
まったく、勝手知る人間を相手にするのはやりにくいわね。
As JB grumbles words of complaint, I take my first bite of German fries, which look like to have been flavored with miso. This is good. Are German fries just potato wedges? Is that what I'm getting out of this? Because it sounds like it's just potato, like, I mean, it's fries, so it's potato, but you know what I mean.
ほら見なさい。料理は美味しく作れればそれでいいのよ。
Are potato wedges a breakfast food? Whatever. Tasting this kind of brings me back, actually. Uh-oh. JB's cooking always tasted exceptional, but even if I didn't remember that, it feels like my body itself can recognize the food it grew up with.
だったら冷めないうちに食べちゃいなさい。
Yeah, I'll do that. As I begin silently working at my food, I realize that JB's staring at me. Something wrong?
美味しいって言う割には美味しそうに食べないところ、まだ治ってなかったんだと思ってね。
My face? Until years ago, I was used to eating as fast as I could, both at work and school. Old habits die hard, I guess.
そういうところ、サチは何も言わないの？
Gotta eat real quick. As of the moment, she hasn't really complained. But there was one time when she suddenly asked me to smile in the middle of a meal. Guess that might have been related.
今更かもしれないけど、サチも相当変わってるわよね。
She is definitely a weirdo. Well, at least she's expressing her feelings instead of bottling them up inside, you know.
そう思えるところが、二人を結婚までたどり着かせた秘訣かもしれないわね。
You should just, yeah, I mean, you did see her before this, so I can't even say that.
ええ、わかったわ。何か動きがあったら、また連絡してちょうだい。
When I step out into the lobby after completing my preparations, I find JB just wrapping up a phone call. Was that a work call?
仕事ってわけじゃないんだけど、最近三島崎で話題になっていた爆弾魔からまた爆弾を仕掛けるって予告があったらしいのよ。
God damn it. I bet you, they keep bringing up this goddamn bomber. I bet you he's gonna fucking ruin this wedding somehow, and it's just gonna be a goddamn mess. You're not subtle, game! At least with this. This would be the third time, right?
ええ、過去2回の予告があって、結果はいずれもブラフ。
Yeah, so even if he does stir up some trouble at our wedding, which is known now, by the way, so it'd be an easy target to do some stupid shit. The bomb would be fake, unless it's not this time. In which case, oh my god, that's what it is, isn't it? Because at the very start, we were practicing bomb defusal, and at the end, we're going to defuse an actual bomb. That's how this is going to play out, isn't it? That's how it's going to play out, isn't it, game? The Guru!
だから桜田門は今回もブラフだと踏んでいるみたいだけど、三島崎に来ている私にも市ヶ谷経由で連絡が来たってわけ。
Even if this threat is another fake, I'm sure they can't just ignore it completely.
そうね。具体的な設置場所はまだ明言されていないみたいだし、検問なんかが始まる前にここを出発しましょう。
It's already at the chapel. Right, I'm ready whenever.
ってあなた、式場も制服で行くつもり？
I mean, Sachi, Mahama's arbiter of common sense, informed me that a conscientious student doesn't walk around out of uniform when he can help it.
なるほど。確かにその方があなたらしいかもしれないわね。
Thank you, Sachi. Glad to have your approval.
あ、ちょっと待って。
What? Just as I'm starting to walk forward, JB grabs my shoulder and turns me around to face her.
ネクタイ曲がってるわよ。
Oh, Lord. It's so natural, you might think we're an old married couple. Or mom and not mom. With a few casual movements, she fixes up my clothing. Well, I mean, it'd be weird to... never mind. I'm not even. That might not sound like anything significant, but for me, it brings back a lot of memories. Oh God, no. When the woman I love died, feels real bad, and I lost the will to live. When I failed to concentrate and screwed up on the job. When I found something to protect and reached out for help. Ah! JB was there to support me. Always. Every time.
はい、これでよし。
Julia.
何よ。
Thank you. Ah! He never says that. Filled with sincere gratitude, I find myself expressing it in words.
そういうセリフは最後まで取っておきなさい。私だって式が始まる前から泣くわけにはいかないんだから。
I would start crying before the ceremony. For a moment I can see the surprise in JB's face, but it soon gives way to a smile. Normally I'd expect a sarcastic wisecrack or two at this point, but today, I don't exactly mind seeing her sweet side. Oh God.
やっと新郎さんのご到着みたいね。
Hello! Arriving at the chapel just barely on time, we find Jazira in the lobby, where she'll be receiving the guests.
すみません。途中で渋滞に捕まってしまって。
It's that goddamn bomb that's in this place, isn't it?
それはやっぱり今朝から警察の動きが慌ただしいことと関係が？
ええ、一般には情報公開されないと思いますが、例の爆弾魔から警察の方に直接犯行予告があったみたいで。
The mad bomber. Jesus.
しかも未だに現場確保が行われていないということは、まだ爆発物が見つかっていないということですね。
I do. It's here. I'm an Esper. I know these things.
おっしゃる通りです。
うすうすそんな気はしていたんですけど、よりにもよって今日だなんて。
まったくです。
Because story. That's why. It makes conflict. Still, we don't have to postpone the ceremony right away, do we?
今のところはね。ただし、みんなに危険が及ぶかもしれないと、私やハルデラさんが判断したときは、すぐにでも中止にさせてもらうわよ。
No, we will continue no matter what. I guess that sounds about right. threats up until now were all basically pranks, but that doesn't mean this time will necessarily play out the same. Given that the basic goal of a terrorist bombing is to hit places where many people are gathered, this is probably the best compromise they can reasonably offer. Anyway, what happened to the others? Weren't they going to help you with receiving the guests?
そういえば少し前にちょっと離れますって言ったっきり戻ってこないわね。
I don't know how I feel about that. Hey, come on, aren't you supposed to be keeping track of our staff? Quote, quote.
あの子たちの年齢で友人の結婚式に出席することは貴重な経験になるだろうし、いろいろ学んでほしいじゃない？
Oh, I'm sure. What? You're thinking about learning experiences at a time like this? What a model educator.
お褒めいただき恐縮です。
Chizir seems to be in a good enough mood to let my sarcasm slide. Guess it isn't every day you can attend a wedding between two of your own students.
それよりあまり時間の余裕もないことだし、風見くんも早めに着替えてきた方がいいと思うわよ。
He doesn't actually change into his suit, and this is it. True enough. Well, this is it. This is what I... With a nod to JB, I turn and head off to my dressing room. Oh, what the shit?
痛いです。
大丈夫ですか？今ものすごい音がしましたけど。
大丈夫ではありませんが平気です。
やっぱりユージの結婚を心から祝える気持ちにはなれませんか？
Oh my god. Even she did it.
突然何を言ってるんですか？私は一教育者として心から二人の結婚を。
It's like, just...
だとしたらユージの姿が見えなくなった途端に頭を柱にぶつけるような真似はしませんよね。
Wham!
ハルデラさんって結構意地悪な人だったんですね。まるで風見くんと話しているみたいです。
I mean...
それくらいでなければ問題児の担当官は務まりませんから。
何やら余裕のある年上女性的な発言ですけど、ハルデラさんこそどうなんです？ハルデラさんは風見くんと同居していた時期があるんですよね。その間にあらぬことが起こったりはしなかったんですか？
Oh god, we're really talking about this right now.
ノーコメント。
またそうやってはぐらかす。
別にごまかそうとしているわけではありません。同居している間も私は生きる目的を見失ったユージに何もしてあげられずに仕事をさせることで前を向かせた最低の人間です。そんな私がユージに抱く感情があるとしたら、それはきっと罪悪感だけでしょうから。
ハルデラさん。
Damn.
でも千鶴さんにとってユージは命の恩人でしょ？
そうですね。
Are we actually gonna see that scenario play out by any chance? Like, is that a thing? I mean, I don't actually want anyone to answer, but I mean, like, I
外国の空港で突然事件に巻き込まれて、海で溺れかけていた私を見てゲラゲラ笑っているのを見たときは腹も立ちましたけど、風見くんが私を悪の手先から救い出してくれた王子様だという事実に変わりはありませんから。
like that has to be shown, right? It has to be.
ユージが王子様ですか。
God.
でも2人がこうなってくれたことは本当に良かったと思っているんです。
それはどういう意味で？
風見くんも小峰さんも不幸といって差し支えのない辛い過去を経験してきた。
But mine was worse. Everyone says so.
それが今自分たちの手で幸せをつかもうとしているんですから嬉しくないはずがありません。
そう思えているんだったらすぐにいい人が見つかりますよ。
Maybe one day.
そうでしょうか。
Just pat her head. Maybe one day.
ユージよりいい男なんてそれこそ星の数ほどいるんですから。
It's a sky full of stars, perhaps?
それを独身のハルデラさんから言われても説得力がありませんよ。
Oh.
千鶴さんも結構手厳しいですね。
She can spit fire when she wants.
人のことをからかったお返しです。
そうだ、せっかく久しぶりにお会いできたんですから、今日は二人で飲みませんか？ちょうどこの近くに雰囲気のいいお店があるんです。
What was the thing I said like a long time ago? Something about Chizuru and JB, like like I accidentally said gambling or something. Just replace it with that.
でもいいんですか？私はともかくハルデラさんのお仕事は何かとお忙しいんじゃ。
明日できることは明日でいいんです。それより今日しかできないことの方が大事ですから。
Yeah, it's like you gotta live up this not even a day off, but you know what I mean.
ね。
そうですね。じゃあ今夜は大人の女だけで飲み明かしましょう。
They're gonna drink and gamble. The dream.
その息です。
The actual dream. I hope like the day ends. No matter what happens, bombs or otherwise, it just cuts to them at the at the very end, just drinking. That'd be amazing. Oh, what the? As I enter the room, I find Sachi seated within an open book on her lap.
遅かったわね、風見くん。
Are you helping me change? Yeah, got all caught up groping a blonde's rear end and lost track of time.
これから一人の女性を愛する誓いを立てようとしている人が堂々とそんなことを言っていていいのかしら？
That's fine. My bride's more understanding than your average deity.
それは大した信頼関係ね。
Where's Sachi now, anyway?
今頃は新婦の控え室でメイクやドレスを合わせているところだと思うけれど、覗きに行く？
No. Why are you asking me that of all people? Nah, I've already put up with enough suspense this long. Might as well save the fun for the big moment.
それが賢明な判断だと思うわ。
That's what I'd do. I'd be like, I waited this long. What's another, like, hours? A few couple hours. So, what are you doing here?
見てわからないの？本を読んでいるのよ。
I mean, I could see that. I'm just asking why you're reading in here, specifically.
だって小峰さんばかりに人がついていては風見くんがかわいそうでしょ。だから心優しい私がここにいてあげているのよ。
Well, I'm just happy to be graced by the lovely Sakaki Yumiko. And so she says, but I'm willing to bet she just couldn't handle the loud celebratory atmosphere. I see. Well, in that case, Sakaki, why don't you help me practice for the Kiss the Bride part of the ceremony?
それはいい考えね。ちょうど時間を持て余していたところだし、
ぜひお願いするわ。
Oh, I didn't expect to get this far. Oh ho! And to think, you once blushed bright red when I merely suggested that you serve as my lap pillow. You really have come a long way, Sachi.
成長とは少し違うわね。仮に私がこの場でスクール水着に猫耳をつけていたとしても、風見くんは何もしてこないと分かっているだけ。
Yum. Well, in this timeline. Hey! That's some confidence. What makes you say that?
私の予測では、風見くんは間違いなく親バカになる。なんなら私の処女をかけてもいいわ。
I don't know if that's something you should just, bet, but really going all in, are we?
今まで散々外れくじをつかまされてきたもの。それくらいの目は持っているつもりよ。
I see. I suppose some people might just say Saki's putting up a brave front, but seeing her acting the same as always relieves a bit of the tension I've been feeling. I probably owe her some gratitude. ...
何？キスの練習相手にはならないわよ。
Just give her a hug. That's it. Alright, well, I'm going to change into my morning coat now. So, can you help me out?
それならそうと、早く言ってちょうだい。
Guess that girl's actually pretty nervous after all. Oh, Jesus.
突然だけど、ツルツルロリマッコのお届けなのよ。
Did she really just fucking say that? I mean, of course she did. It's fucking Machina.
ツンデレ少女、いりませんか？料理上手でどこ上手。三島崎の海が育んだ F カップが魅力なビーチはいかが？
Good in the kitchen, better in bed. Alright, well, I don't want a lolly, a tsundere, or a slut. I've got all I need.
こら、何よその態度は。こっちだって恥ずかしいんだから、ちょっと騙されたふりくらいしなさいよ。
No. What do you think?
一気に3人のおぼこをいただけるチャンスだというのに、お兄ちゃんはノリが悪すぎなのよさ。
Oh, I'm sure we'll save that for like, those H scenes, the Professor Dave's masturbation station. Yeah, I'm sure that's a thing. Probably not in this game because I didn't see that, but maybe in the next game if they kept that in that game, which they have to, right?
まあ、有事だからね。
It's nice to see that you've apparently figured me out, but what do you want? I'm assuming you're not really here to throw yourselves at me before I become a married man.
腹をくくるって意味では近いところがあるんだけど、エッチをしに来たってわけじゃないわね。
Though, not Well, what is it then?
私たちはなんていうか、けじめをつけに来たのよ。
Ah, the closure. Okay. Closure?
私たちは昨日の夜に会議を開いて決めたのよさ。
Oh.
自分の気持ちをちゃんとお兄ちゃんに伝えようって。
Lord, I gotta hear this. Your feelings?
そう。お兄ちゃんも知っての通り、私たちは2人の結婚については全面的に賛成だったでしょ。
Oh, yeah.
それはもちろん本心だし、サッチンとお兄ちゃんには本当に幸せになってほしいと思っているのよ。だけど乙女のハートはそんな気持ちをあっさり許すほど単純にはできていないのよさ。
I get it. Perfectly understandable. I see. It's probably a little like seeing someone you enlisted with get promoted past sergeant before you. Hard not to be a little envious.
だから私たちに振られるチャンスをちょうだい。
Alright, line up! Line up! They know I'm going to reject them, but they want to go through with this anyway. At a glance, it seems like a truly ridiculous course of action, but I understand how important it is to emotionally prepare yourself for change. In the first place, family-oriented ceremonies like weddings exist to help people come to terms with transitions in their lives. And from that perspective, something like this isn't all that unreasonable. I don't think it is. It's alright.
ありがとう、ユージ。
The three of them begin to draw deep breaths, evidently trying to maintain their calm. Standing up straight, I position myself directly in front of them. For a moment, we stare at each other in silence. Machina's the first to break it. Of course she is, because it's fucking Machina!
それじゃあ私から。
Oh, well, now she just done killed herself.
むせるくらいなら咳払いしなきゃいいのに。
I've never done that before, so I don't know how that...
そう言うなよ。柄にもなく緊張してんだから。だったらさっさと言っちゃいなさいよ。私だって早く言っちゃわないと。
And there's gonna be Yumiko at the end being like, alright, I need rejection too.
そうな。んじゃ気を取り直して。私、イリス・マキナはずっとお兄ちゃんのことが好きでした。私もね、いつの間にか本当にユージのこと好きになっちゃってた。
Good God.
私もあんたのことが好きです。
Do you see how much it took her, the effort? Their gazes are steady and their words are earnest, but despite the determination in their eyes, I could see a hint of anxiety wavering just beneath the surface. It wouldn't be right to answer them with anything but the utmost sincerity. I'm sorry, but I can't accept your feelings. I've already decided that Sachi's the one and only woman for me. I'll love her for the rest of my life. Ah! There we go. It's like, wrap it up. We can move on.
やっぱりそうなるわよね。
What'd you think? Dude, that would have been funny as hell if you, well, and slightly fucked up if Yuji was like jokingly just, alright, sure. Like, nothing anyone can say is going to change how I feel about this.
そっか。
Sorry.
ああ、ユージが謝ることないって。これは私たちが望んだことなんだから。
I'm glad to hear you say that.
それにやっぱりすっきりできたしね。
Yeah, that's like a whew, we're good.
今まで横隔膜の上あたりでモヤモヤしてたのがスーッと晴れていった気がするのよ。
Don't worry, Machina. You're still my favorite. Yeah. Because you're a dirty old man, of course. We all know this. Is that really how these things work?
そう。単純そうで複雑。そして複雑そうで単純なのが女の子なのよ。
I don't know about this. I mean, this part, definitely Maya. But simpler? I don't know, man. Casanova, I need your help! Amane's words might sound a bit contradictory, but when I look at that brilliant smile on her face, they seem oddly persuasive.
というわけで、私たちはこれから全面的に二人のことを応援するから。サチは私たちにとっても大事な子なんだから、しっかり頼むわよ。
Oh, you know. Oh, you already know.
絶対幸せにしてあげてほしいのよさ。
I'm gonna make her as happy as I can. Yeah, that's the plan. The words I spoke in front of Sachi's mother weren't lies or fantasies. I'm going to bring her daughter happiness, no matter what. Jesus.
それじゃあ私たちはチズちゃんやサッちゃんの方を手伝ってくるから。お兄ちゃんも気合を入れておめかししてくるのよ。
Some
と
effort.
ユージの想像以上の美人になってると思うから覚悟しときなさいよね。
Uh-oh. Oh, I'm looking forward to it even more. I usually don't mind surprises, but please don't march her out there in her underwear.
なるほど、その手があったわね。
Don't you put that shit-eating grin away.
サチンならきっと2つ返事で OK してくれるから、映像と写真に残して永久保存版にしちゃえばいいのよさ。
I will destroy all of you!
鬼の子か、あんたら。
You kids are monsters. Man, what a rowdy bunch. Still, it really does feel like we've cleared up something that's been hanging over us for a while. I owe them for that. For the courage that they showed at the very end. I'm sincerely glad I ended up in this place with those girls as my classmates. It's only because of their constant encouragement that Sachi and I even made it this far in the year that's passed since the start of our relationship. I sure as hell wouldn't say this to their faces. But I'm not embarrassed to call them my comrades. I'll be grateful to them for the rest of my life. ... Isn't, this isn't like me at all. It's not like I'm about to face a certain death or anything. Oh, don't say that. Oh, no. Don't say that. As I murmur these words and scratch ruefully at my head, there's a sharp knock on my door.
入るわよ、ユージ。
Uh-oh. My death approaches. Opening the door an instant later, JB steps quickly into the room. Why isn't she off chatting with Chizuru? What's the matter? Please don't tell me a job came in. I am not. Oh no, we got the music turned on and everything. Please don't.
そっちの方が全然マシってくらいには最悪ね。
It's the bomb, isn't it? It's here. It's the bomber then.
ええ。
Yup, here it is. Watch.
ついさっき仕掛けた爆弾は正常に作動しているって追加の犯行声明があったらしいわ。
And as it turns out, the perpetrator was a prank calling kid who watches too much TV. Right?
そうね。それならどんなに良かったことか。
Right. One look at JB's increasingly stern expression is enough to convince me that this is no laughing matter. So, did they announce where the bomb's been placed?
それが今日三島崎で一番ハッピーな奴らに制裁を加えてやるとだけ。
Oh, it's us. The most happy people, huh? Wait, hold on. Oh god, my brain is cranking over overtime. Dude, I don't think wait, hold on. I'm putting it together. One, of course the bombing's gonna happen here. Guaranteed. And I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a real bomb. Because why else would they have the whole diffusal shit at the start? Like, it all just works together. But, remember that young man? I bet that young man that we encountered isn't what I thought originally, and he's the bomber! I fucking know it! The guru! I hope I'm right. In our line of work, the word happy is mostly applied to war junkies addicted to drugs and violence or clueless civilians. But in this town, it wouldn't be easy to find many of the former. And if it's the latter, the hint's just pointlessly vague. In that case, it's probably safe to assume he's choosing his target based on some other criteria, but wait a second.
まさか
As a possible answer pops into my head, JB seems to reach the same conclusion. The most happy people? In a purely literal sense, it could mean that those who are feeling the most joy at any given moment. And since we're the only ones holding a wedding ceremony in this chapel today, it's fair to assume that there aren't many people happier than us in all of Mishima Cape. JB, can you get a bomb squad out here right away?
それよりまずはこのことをみんなに知らせないと。
No, we don't want to cause a panic! Yeah, I agree with you there. Damn it! I want to keep everyone
ねえ
in!
ねえ、学園長の代わりに受付してたらこの式場宛てに荷物が届いたんだけど。
I swear to God. Machiro! Put that shit away! Ah!
そいつはきっと 八百屋のおっちゃんあたりが結婚のお祝いにって新鮮な野菜たちを送ってきてくれたのよ。
No. No! No!
だとしてもプレゼントボックスで野菜を？
It's all over. It's all over. As JB and I burst out into the hallway, I immediately see my classmates gathering around Michiru, who's got a large gift box in her hand. Ah, shit. You gotta be kidding me. Instantaneously, both JB and I realize that the present Michiru's holding must be the bomb in question.
お待たせ
Oh
さっ
god.
ちゃんのメイクアップ無事に完了したわよ。
There's no time to be caring anymore!
ゆうくん
Fuck! Sachi. Unfortunately, Amine picks this exact moment to lead Sachi into the hall, and in the brief instant I spend staring at my bride's wedding dress, Michiru reaches for the gift box's lid.
それじゃあとりあえず開けちゃうからね。
No! Wait, Michiru! Get that shit away from her! Get that shit away from her! Reacting instantly, JB and I grab everyone nearby and pull them to the floor. Huh? Hello? Oh god. 8, 9, 10. After counting to 10 and confirming that I'm still capable of moving my body, I come out of my self-defense position and open my eyes. Oh, no immediate explosion at least.
爆発
We're alive.
あいたまったく何がどうなってるのよ。
God damn it.
ほっぺたがジョインってなったのよ。ジョインって
Yeah, you're lucky you weren't exploded.
ちょっと何よこれ。
While everyone around her is still stunned for the moment, Michiru seems to have noticed something strange about the present she's holding.
ストップ！みんなそのまま動かないで。
We were in some deep shit. JB's voice rings out sternly through the air and everyone freezes in place.
それはわかりましたけど。
動くなというのはどういう。
There's a bomb!
まだ安全が保証されたわけじゃないから手短に説明するけれど、今朝最近話題になっていた爆弾魔から犯行予告があったの。
Mm-hmm.
そしてさっき入ってきた追加情報によれば、この式場が爆破の対象として狙われている可能性が高いわ。
And that present might be the bomb!
そこに差出人不明の荷物が届いたとなれば、
There's an extremely high chance that the gift box Michiru's holding right now contains an explosive device.
爆発物
Michiru, stop it! Don't move, Michiru.
なんでよ。
Because you chose to grab the explosion. There are 2 metal bars sticking up out of that cake you're holding, aren't there?
立ってるわね。
I assume there's a metal rail in between them. Can you see a pachinko ball sitting on top of it?
乗ってるけどそれがなんだっていうのよ。
At first, the lid of that gift was keeping the pachinko ball fixed in place, but now the stopper's no longer present. In other words, if that wobbling pachinko ball touches either one of the 2 rods, it's going to activate the detonator.
起爆装置って嘘でしょ。
Swear to God. As Michiru stares over at me with desperation in her eyes, I quietly shake my head. Michiru! Calm yourself. The flip side of this is that the bomb won't go off as long as you remain perfectly still.
それは本当なんでしょうね。
Do you trust me? Come on. Positive. And on that note, I'm going to start defusing this thing immediately.
嘘。ユージが
Of course. We're going to be calling in a bomb squad as well. But there's no guarantee you'll be able to hold still long enough. I glance over at Sachi and JB while explaining the situation to Michiru. With small nods, they quickly leave the area. They'll handle contacting the authorities and evacuating everyone on the other floor. One less thing to worry about.
確かに チルチルならくしゃみしちゃった拍子にケーキを落っことしちゃうなんてことも十分にありえるのよさ。
That wouldn't surprise me either.
大丈夫よ。私だってこういう時くらいは空気を読んで。
Oh god. But don't fucking do it!
松島さん、あなた言ってるそだから。
Oh! Just as Michiru begins to open her mouth wide, Makina quickly rushes over and jams a finger in just under her nose.
こうやって鼻の下を指で押さえればくしゃみは止まります。これ病院のじいさまが教えてくれた豆知識な。
Wait, is that true? Can you? Dude, when I need to sneeze next, I'm gonna try that.
ありがとう、マキラ。
マケナというとヌーディストビーチがあるというハワイの。
Does Hawaii have nudist beaches? We shouldn't be talking about this! We have a fucking bomb!
まあさっちゃんを指導できるくらいの知識があるユージが爆弾の相手をしてくれるって言うなら安心かもね。
You got a lot of faith in me, and I'll make sure to... You're overestimating me. If this detonator was more carefully constructed, I wouldn't be able to do anything without tools.
本気で爆発させようと思っている爆弾は解除すら不可能か。
Exactly. And on the other hand, there's also a possibility I'll screw this up. I want everyone except Michiru to get out of this building while you still can. Because if I fuck up, me and her are gonna die.
でもミチルやユージを置いて私たちだけ先に逃げるなんて。
気持ちはわかるけれど、ここはおとなしく風見くんの判断に従うべきよ。知識のない人間が残っていても邪魔になるだけだわ。
Smart girl. Now get the fuck out!
悔しいけどユミちゃんの言う通りなのよさ。
Silently thanking Sakaki as she ushers Amane and Makina away, I turn my attention back to Michiru's face.
ねえユージ、あんたに任せておけば大丈夫なのよね。
God, I hope I can. Or you and I, and this whole building, are probably fucked.